that there is a heightened awareness and urgency, and there's a being on the wrong side and the wrong side of it.
Coach, talk about your running back room a little bit, how those guys look through 4 practices.
We've got to continue to create depth in that room. We've got guys that, again, are really capable. We've got 3 guys in there that have some game day experience. But, again, we want to see those guys continue to work and end up going into week 1 with 5 or 6 guys so that, you got an entire stable. And, again, the reason we can get that done is because we've got guys that are capable. They just got to continue to get better every day.
We saw Chuck out here. I didn't see him today.
Gavin was out here.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
What guys have stood out in that group for you so far?
Yeah, again, the steady guys have been Gavin, been Javante. Without a doubt, Marcus has had a great start to camp, so need to continue that trend. Obviously, we all know what he can do for us when he's on the field and when he's healthy, and he's got to stay that way, and he's had a good start as well.
Been cognizant of that, trying to put more mileage on the young guys early with Marcus?
Yeah, we're trying to create depth, and we're trying to find out who are guys that can be counted on. Talwee's another guy that's had a good start to camp. So with those guys, and then adding Caleb in and Hollywood and a couple others, we've got a chance to have a really deep room, and that's what we need.
Coach, you don't have a ton of height at wide receiver. Is there maybe even more of an emphasis on getting quickness? How does it fit with your scheme?
Yeah, we're looking for tall, fast guys, just like everybody else. I'm not going to overthink that part of it. And guys that are great competitors and can make competitive plays and go play ball. So I think we've got a really good mix in the room when you think about guys like Jay Gibb and Nick and Andrell with the length, and then you've got guys like Jalil and LV that are kind of those combo guys, and then you've got guys like Drake and like Gavin. So I think we've got a good mix for what that room is right now.
So many wide receivers looking for snaps. Is it almost one of those things that you want to see somebody flash each day, somebody different, or is it better to have just one guy?
No, you're wanting different guys to have great days, and you're wanting the whole group to have great days every day. I mean, that's the reality of it. Again, we talked about this a couple of days ago, but we want to play with 7 guys at the receiver position to where you can go rotate, and, man, guys are fresh and fast and healthy, and that's what we got to create. We're 4 days in. It's been a good start, but that room's got to continue to come on just like everybody else.
How's Jaden coming along?
Jaden's done good. Again, he had a good spring. He's continued to mature. He's a smart young man that knows what to do. He's got to do it all the time. And again, that's like everybody, but he's had a good start.
Is it a challenge at all as you're trying to rep those guys to not only get them in there but build that chemistry with Dylan when you've got so many new faces?
Yeah, you got to get creative without a doubt. But I think the biggest thing is when we put the tape on, just making sure guys are competing and straining, and when they have opportunities to make competitive plays, they make those plays. And then the timing part of it will take care of itself as we continue to move forward and rotate guys and make sure the right guys are getting the right reps with the right QBs.
Competitive depth came up a bunch the other day when we had the press conference. What have you seen through 4 days that make you feel one way or the other about that?
Yeah, I think it's just guys understanding what the expectation is. We've got a lot more guys in the room and on the practice field today than we did a year ago today that understand what the strain needs to look like. And we've got good bodies in the room, in the receiver room, again in the running back room, in the tight end room. We got guys that maybe aren't the first ones that are stepping out there, but they can play at a really high level, and that's the expectation. Regardless of who's in the game, being able to play at a high level. And our guys have taken that and run with it.
You wouldn't have told us last year if you didn't have a lot of faith in your depth. But looking back, do you have a lot more now, do you think, than you did this time last year?
We really do. I think walking out here on the grass, you can just see the bodies. In another year with Schmitty and recruiting and being year 2, I think you can tell that we look just walking on the field better than we did a year ago today, which is helpful.
Even without not going through a full spring, Pettaway seems like he's made some noise early.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of speed there, but is there other things, too, that maybe he's a little bit more advanced than just a regular freshman?
He's a really strong-bodied kid, so when he's got the ball in his hands, he kind of turns into a running back, so he's going to be able to do some good things. The biggest strain for him is, man, knowing what to do all the time when he gets tired and when it's happening fast and people are yelling and being able to still go execute. But proud of where he is 4 days in, and again, we're going to like him.
It's early, but the tight end room seems like there's a lot of question marks there just as far as replacing Braden and everything he
Yeah.
brings to this offense. Where do you see that? Just even though it is so early, where do you see that coming together?
Stogg's done well. He's got to continue to work himself into great shape so he can go last 80 snaps, 85 snaps, and maybe not having to play all those. But Blake Smith is a guy, again, he's done a really nice job. He's a smart guy that we can put a lot on, that tries to be physical, chooses to be physical, and can do some things. And then with some of the young guys, they're coming on. I think outside of those two, the next four guys, we got to have a great day every day, just like everybody again. But those guys got to continue to come on.
How has Finelli looked? How has Josh Finelli looked so far?
Again, he's talented. It's just understanding, this kid hadn't played a lot of football, but this is a guy that's got a bunch of talent and a bunch of ability. He's just, got to continue to dial in on the detail and get better every day and keep stacking days. And once he can do that, he's a guy that I think we'll look up and he'll be a guy that can help. But every day he's got to be a better day than the one before.
What are some of those challenges that come with the older guys in those room, first year in your offense, not having that built in?
Yeah, I think the thing that helps, though, is that Stogg he's played so much ball that he knows a lot of ball. And, again, him being here in the spring, same with Blake. He's played, he understands ball, he knows ball, he's a smart guy. So those guys have transitioned really well.